first things I actually teach clients is, or have clients do, is start to monitor their hunger fullness. Now, some people are very hesitant to write down what they eat because they've tried in the past to document what they eat, and then they go back and they review what they eat and they feel very guilty and ashamed about whatever they've eaten, or they might start adding up calories. It might have been one of their diet tricks. So if that is the case, if somebody is really opposed to writing down what they're eating, I don't have them do it. I don't want to make this experience more stressful for them. If they are willing to write down hunger fullness and what they eat, it's helpful to me because then I can start offering them suggestions based on what they've had throughout the week. Or I can see that they're not eating enough fat, or they're not eating enough protein, or they have more of a chaotic way of eating. And I'll get that. I'll understand that they have that a bit from just them telling me what they've eaten the day before or the day of our session. But if oftentimes memory isn't accurate, and I don't get the full week's picture from just a couple days. So it's helpful for me if they do a food journal. Sometimes I have them text me what they eat or email it so they can just send it off and forget about it, and that can be helpful. If they are not comfortable writing down what they eat, I just have them pay attention to hunger fullness. So we go over hunger fullness. One of the things I put together is this. It's a food journal called One Day at a Time. I didn't realize that was a 12-step term, even though I've worked in treatment centers who do 12-step programs. I guess I'm clueless in some ways. But it's a food journal you can get on Amazon. If you search One Day at a Time, you'll probably get a ton of 12-step books. So food journal, One Day at a Time food journal, my name, Rebecca Hennis. You can probably research it that way, or Google it that way, or Amazon search it that way, and you'll be able to find it. But it has nothing in here that would be diet-based, because diets, of course, don't work. They're not helpful. People feel bad about themselves when they're in any type of diet mentality, so it's unnecessary, and of course it wouldn't be in here. But a lot of food journals, conventional food journals, are diet-based, so I wouldn't want somebody to use that, so that's why I put together this. It has a place for people to write the time they eat, the emotion they feel, not about what they're eating, but the emotion about their day in general. So say they're angry because they were driving to work and somebody was just driving like a crazy person and cut them off. So they're angry. They're still kind of angry. And for breakfast, they eat an Egg McMuffin. Probably don't want to put that. Let's see it. They eat a breakfast sandwich. How about that? With eggs. And they don't feel angry because of the food they're eating. They just feel angry. So it's got to be separate. The emotion has to be separate from the food. And then on this column, there's 3 sections in the food journal. This first section, it says the urge to binge, purge, or restrict. Did they have an urge to binge, purge, or restrict after eating that? After being angry, maybe when they're angry, they would have wanted to purge because that would help them feel better. Did they binge, purge, or restrict? So did they act on that urge? That's there as well. And people will write a variety of things about their day. It's just very helpful. They'll write notes. I write assignments in it for them, so that can be very helpful. And there's always nice little quotes at the top. So like One Day at a Time, all the quotes are about that, such as, one cannot change the past, but one can ruin the present by worrying over the future. That's an anonymous quote, but every day has a quote. I like quotes.